Hello everybody, this is a 2017 Nissan Titan SL. This video is to show you how to replace the roof airbags, the curtains, the seat belts, and the SRS control module. For educational purposes only. First thing you do to get to the electronic module is to get rid of the center console. The module is right in the middle between the two seats on the bottom of this thing. You need to pop up the cup holders and this cover here. It has several clips. You can use your hands and they will pop out. Relatively easy. You gotta disconnect the 120 volt connector here, or lighter, or whatever you have there. Then you have a 10mm bolt here and a 10mm bolt over there. That will lose the whole rear end of this thing. In the front, there are two Phillips drivers, screws. The driver's side, right here, you need to pop up a little plastic cover with your hands and get the Phillips out. On the passenger side, there's also a plastic cover you need to remove to get to the Phillips screw, but you gotta get the glove box out first. 1, 2 screws on the bottom and 3 on the top, Torx. Take those 5 out and then just put one finger here, one finger over here, and pop it out with your hands. So once you get all the 4 bolts, screws out, my truck has 2 switches here for the heaters for the seats. You need to pop this out too with your hand and disconnect them and get it out of the way. The only thing left are these clips here, but you won't be able to even see them. All you gotta do is lift the rear maybe 20 degrees, give or take, and pull back hard enough, it will pop out the whole thing out. Okay? Then you're gonna see the electronic module right there on the floor. And this is where the module was. I already took it off. 3 12 bolts, 12mm bolts. And again, disconnect the battery. Safety first, okay? These are easy to pop out. You just push the clip and they will come out. Now let's take the seat belts out. Both of my seat belts were deployed, so I gotta pretty much disassemble the whole freaking car. But it's not that difficult. First, take this covers from the floor, that one, and this one. This one's the clip got stuck in there. It's okay, they're not broken. You just gotta pull them with the right tool and then stick them back in here before you install it back. Then you're gonna have these 2 panels. This one goes up here, the black one goes down here. And again, you just pull them out Before you do that, there's a bolt here that holds the top part of the seat belt. I think it's 14 millimeters. Little driver, pop this out, take the bolt out. Also at the bottom, you see that hole? That's the other bolt that holds the bottom part of the seat belt. I don't have them here, but I already sent them for repair. Anyway, you take those two, then you start popping up these guys out. I'm gonna show you the back so you'll see where the clips are. Two on the bottom, one in the middle. That's it. On this one, this one on the bottom, and that's it, because the bolt holds the top. Once you get those, you still got another two big nuts here, bolts holding this plate. I think those are 14 also, and there's a 10 here that holds the top part of the seatbelt explosion device. Once you take those and the connector, of course, be very careful. These guys, they break easy. You need a tiny flat driver. Oh shit. Okay. And right here, you see the flat thing? You pop it slowly, don't break it. Once you pop this black thing up, it will come out loose. And it's the exact same thing for the other side. Now the airbags. I already installed mine. Pretty much you have to disassemble a bunch of panels. It's a lot of work. It's some work, but it's not impossible. And remember, this is the SRS system, safety restraint system. If you don't feel comfortable doing, just let the professionals do it. If you have the money, of course. Anyway, let's start with the panels on the rear, on the back of the truck. This guy goes here. This is where the seatbelt, the rear seatbelt holds. This bolt has 4 spacers, so don't just pull the thing out, because you're gonna drop them up, and it could be easy or it could be very difficult to get them back. Okay, so you lose this one. First, you pop the clips out, then unscrew this bolt all the way, and then screw it back maybe a couple threads. And when you're there, just bend this up like this. And I stick my long ratchet in there and pop the last clip. It was hard to pop, so once that one was popped, then I just put both of my hands and I catch all the spacers. Then this whole thing pops out. You gotta take those on both sides. You gotta take all the handles too. These are the rear handles. They have a little cover here with a tiny driver, again, flat, just pop it up. And these are 10 millimeter bolts. The front handles are a little bit different, but again, little driver, pop this out, and you're gonna have 10 millimeter bolts also in there. Okay. Now this panel goes next to the windshield over here, right there. Actually, this is the passenger side. This thing goes right here. Since airbags were deployed, so that clip was already out, so you just pull it out. Disconnect the tweeter, whatever you have there. To put it back, you just make sure you assemble, you take those first and then pop, push the clip back in. Both sides. Now the ceiling. You gotta take the visors out. Do I have one here? Yep, there's one there. Again, there's a little cover over there with your tiny screwdriver, pop it up. And there are two tiny, I think are 8 or 7 millimeters there. Also, there's a connector here for the light on the mirror. And these guys, be careful with these guys. They go like this. If you're not paying attention, you're gonna break them. From the other side, from the windshield side, you're gonna see that groove there. You push with a flat driver there and then turn it until it will drop down. If you try to force it out, you're gonna break it. Okay, I broke one, so there goes another $8 of my money. So I'm doing this so you won't break them. Okay, so flat driver, push it and then turn it, and it will drop down. This also will drop. The console on the ceiling. Let me show you the rear of it. 1, 2, 4 clips. They're easy to pop out. 2. You just pull it out, and disconnect. 1, 2, 3 connectors there. Once you do all that, just kind of gently stick your hand and this will pop down. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 clips on the rear. This Velcro here holding this, and there may be more Velcro over there. I don't know, probably not, because the center console holds everything over there, and the visors. Okay, and again, guys, disconnect the battery. Okay, those 2 connectors are pretty much the same as the seat belts. Tiny little driver. Pop the black clip out, and it will come out easy. There are 19 bolts, 10 millimeters on each airbag. I will leave one of these till the end so this thing will not drop on you. Almost wherever there is a bolt, there's a little hook that will not allow the thing to drop. So I like the design. At the end of the video, I'm gonna put some pictures of Pro Demand with the torque specs and everything. Okay, and well, once you do all that, then you gotta put everything back, and hopefully when my electronic module and seat belts are repaired, I'm gonna put everything back, and I'm gonna show you a video of my dashboard, see if the lights are gone. Okay, again, at the end of the video, I'm gonna put some pictures with the procedure and torque specs from Pro Demand. So follow it, please, because it tells you which bolts you got to start with. And if you try to play smart ass and shortcut, it's not gonna work. So it's better to follow manufacturer procedure. Okay, and remember, safety first. There you have it, people. No more airbag light. The truck is back to normal. Let me buckle up. The dashboard is clean, except for the pressure deal over there.